Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we will be reviewing all three of the new Huda palettes. I have the purple haze, the sand haze, and the khaki haze right here. And not only will I be telling you guys what I think about these today, but I'm also going to be comparing them to last year's release, which were the Nude Obsessions palettes. I think there might be some similarities in some shades, so if you guys are interested in a comparison, this is the video for that. I'll be showing you swatches. I'll also be doing a look with all three palettes. Like, I'll just pick whichever shades call my name the most from the different palettes and try a look with that. Now, I will be doing 2 looks per palette in separate videos, so please comment down below which 2 looks, 1 palette video you want to see first. If you're more interested in the khaki, just comment that down below. The purple, the sand, whichever one your favorite is, let me know in the comment section so that I can do a video with that one first. So I'll be doing 2 looks, 1 palette. I did the same thing when these came out last year and you guys seem to like those because you had different looks with each of the little palettes to try. And so basically that's what I'll be doing again. I'll be doing 3 other videos, 2 looks, 1 palettes with each one of these. So once again, let me know down in the comment section which one you want to see first. Now, besides that, I wanted to tell you guys that I want to do a giveaway. I want to give one of you all 3 of these palettes. And here is how you enter that giveaway. Rule number 1, you have to follow me on Instagram. So my Instagram is Patty C. Alonso, the way it's spelled right here. Go ahead and follow me on there. And the second thing you have to do is invite a fellow makeup lover to follow me on Instagram by tagging them in any of my pictures. So by doing both of those simple things, you can enter this giveaway. If any of you would like extra entries, there is other ways in which you can get extra entries. So you can follow me on Twitter. The handle is the same as Patty C. Alonso. You can tweet at me. You can mention my page on your IG story. Any of that will get you an extra entry to win this whole collection of palettes. The rules to enter the giveaway and all ways in which you can get extra entries are going to be written down in the description box of this video. So if you have any questions about it, go check it out down there. I wish you all the best of luck, and with that said, let's get started trying out this Huda Beauty Obsessions collection right here. I am super excited to dig in. I went ahead and pulled my hair back with a makeup brush. I don't know where all my clips went. They must be in my bedroom. Here are the palettes. I feel like straight away the one that is the most different and the one that I personally was the most excited about is the Khaki Haze palette. So let's open this one first. This is what the outside packaging looks like. It's still in that nice plastic packaging that she's been releasing lately. Oh my god, the inside is beautiful. I'm so excited about this one. I feel like the camera is not doing it justice. Oh, maybe there. Okay. See, look at how foiled those shadows are. And it has a perfect combination of mattes and shimmers. It has enough mattes that you can get a good transition shade, a good deepening up the eye shade. And then it has 4 beautiful pops of color. I feel like these palettes from her are always so nicely distributed between mattes and shimmers. I love it. For the most part, I've always liked when she comes out with the 9-shade eyeshadow palettes. I feel like since she first launched them, they've been increasingly getting better, with of course the exception of the pastel collection. That one still gives me nightmares. I hated that collection so much, but we are past that, okay? We're not gonna speak about it anymore. So let's focus on this one. I do have very high hopes for this one. I'm really hoping I'm going to love it just as much as I love the Nude Obsessions collection, which is my favorite one she's ever done so far. So this is the purple haze packaging right here. Nice and beautiful as well. And this is what it looks like on the inside. This one has 5 beautiful shimmery foiled shades and 4 mattes. Also really nice. I also think this is a really beautiful color story. And last but not least, the Sand Haze collection. This is what the palette looks like here, and this is the inside. Now this one, I saw it opened at the store and immediately I was like, wait, that looks so close to the Nude Obsessions light palette. I mean, it has some pops that are a little different, but it looks very similar, so I am the most interested in comparing this one to the Nude Obsessions Light. Before I even start swatching, let's see them side by side. So this is the Nude Obsessions Light and this is the new one. As you can see, there are at least like 4 to 5 shades that I think are very similar. I will show you guys side by side swatches because if you have this one already, you might not need to get the Sand Haze. I went ahead and swatched all 3 palettes and I am so impressed. The first row that you're looking at is the Sand Haze palette, then we have the Purple Haze palette, and then the Khaki Haze palette right here at the bottom. As you can see, every single shade is so pigmented and beautiful. I just cannot wait to dig in and play and just put all of these on my eyeballs. I love these. You know, like they look cute online, but now that I have them and I have swatched them, I'm a lot more excited about them than I was when I just saw them on the website. I can just tell you that. As I was saying, I am super impressed by this and I don't even want to wipe off my swatches. I just want to stare at them all day. I'm about to start the swatch comparisons and I brought one more palette down. If you're familiar with my channel, you know this is my favorite palette Huda has ever released. And the main reason why are the jewel tone shades and formulas that this palette has. And I feel like some of the ones in this smaller palettes probably are comparable. The formulas look very similar to the formulas that I love from this one, like the formula in Supernova and Galaxy. It's this like super shimmery, glittery almost, but also very finely milled, very reflective formula that I'm obsessed with. And in the Purple and Khaki Haze palettes, there are shades like that. So I just cannot wait to share and compare. Okay, I feel like this is going to be kind of confusing, but I'm going to try my best not to confuse you. In my arm, I have these 3 shimmers swatched. This one is a golden one, and these 2 right here look very similar in my swatch. And then I pulled shimmers from these palettes here, the Nude Obsessions one, and one from this one that kind of looks similar. With that said, there is no shade in my arm swatch right now that is exactly the same. So the ones with the asterisk underneath it are the swatches from the Sand Haze palette, and everything else is something that was kind of comparable from other Huda palettes, but as you can see, none of them are the exact same as these. There are some that are pretty similar though. Next, I'm going to swatch this burgundy shade from the new Sand Haze palette here next to this shade, that shade, and probably this shade right here, because they all look similar from these 3 palettes. Here are the swatches. The Sand Haze is the one at the bottom, and as you can see, slightly different tones of burgundy. The one that it looks the most similar to is this middle shade here, and this is from the Medium Obsessions palette. It's this burgundy right here. Please let me know down in the comments if these swatches are actually helpful, if you care at all or not, because sometimes I feel silly doing these for some reason. I don't think any of the matte shades are the exact same in any of these other palettes, and I'm not going to swatch them side by side because I feel like it's going to be very hard to pick up on the camera the very small slight differences that these types of shades might have in the different palettes. And also I feel like those are always just helpful to have in a palette regardless. So I'm just going to concentrate on like the pops of colors or the burgundies or the shades that are a little bit more interesting, and I'm going to continue to do swatch comparisons on those. So in this Sand Haze palette, the only other one I'm going to grab is this reddish shade right here at the bottom because it's really nice and I think that there might be some dupes for it. This is it right here, and I'm going to grab this one and this one from the Rich Nude Obsessions and swatch them next to it so you can see these two kind of look alike. And then from my Mercury Retrograde palette, I'm grabbing this one down here and I'm going to compare it to that one as well. So here are all 4 shades, and as you can see there are slight differences between them. These two look the most alike, and this one, like you saw, is from the Nude Rich palette. Okay, here is the Purple Haze palette, and I really don't think that there are a lot of color similarities between this one and the other Huda palettes. I'm just going to show you side by side. And the one that is the most different is this khaki palette right here. I feel like this one is just different enough that we don't even need to compare it to anything else because it is a pretty unique palette. I think this one is absolutely perfect for fall time, and I'm honestly not sure which one I'm most excited about, the purple one or the khaki one, because I really love them both. Purple is just a color that I absolutely love, so I'm immediately drawn to this one. But I just love how different this palette is, and I'm definitely very excited to play with it. The one that I'm not super excited about is the Sand Haze palette, and that is because, as you saw, I do have a lot of these shades in other palettes, but regardless, it is also a beautiful combination of colors. Okay, so let's start playing. I have my refer brushes right here that I'll be using. I have a link with these down below if you want to sign up to get them 50% off in October. There is an early access link down there so that you're the first one to know when they launch 50% off at the concept store in October. So don't forget to check the link down below. These are incredible brushes. I love how soft they are, and I think that you guys will definitely like them a lot too, especially 50% off. It's a really good deal. So like I said, for my eye look today, I just want to play with the shades that I thought were the most interesting. So since none of the pop shades in this one interest me too much, from this one I'm just going to use this center shade right here in a big fluffy brush, and it's going to be my transition color on the eye. This is the refer number 15 brush, and I'm just going to back and forth blend the middle shade right here. To intensify things, I'm grabbing this shade right down here with my refer number 1 brush, and I'm going to put it on the outer corner of the eye and blend it into that crease color. And as you can see, I'm just back and forth swiping with my refer number 1 brush and just blending it upwards, grabbing a little bit more, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And so far I can tell you even the light shades have a really good amount of pigmentation, which is very nice, and we cannot say that when she launched her pastel collection back in the springtime. That was horrible. That collection just makes me sad because it was just not good at all. But she's redeeming herself, you guys. These are amazing. So I'm putting it on the inner corner as well, as you're seeing, with my number 1 brush and just blending it into the crease of my eye. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's go into the khaki palette. Same brush. I'm going to grab this green here because this is a color I just knew I had to try today, and I'm going to deepen things up even further with it. So I'm patting it on this outer corner and blending it into those crease colors, just packing it on first. It matches my shirt so nicely. I did wear this shirt on purpose, and I'm just packing it on the outer corner. Back with the number 15 brush from Refer, which is the big fluffy brush. I'm just going to make sure that everything looks nice and blended on the crease. And I'm going back and adding a little bit more of that beautiful matte green shade because I really want that color to show. Back with this color right here from the beginning, I'm going to smooth out any harsh lines. Now let's get into some of these beautiful foil shades. I'm going to grab this beautiful green here, and I'm going to tap it right here in the center of my eye, but towards the outside, because I have plans for right here where I haven't put any makeup on yet. Beautiful. That looks so good. That is such a pretty shimmer shade. Same thing on here, just over the edge of the green right there. And now I'm going to grab the light shimmery green up here, and I'm going to add that one to the center of my eye towards the inner corner of the eye. Just tapping it with my finger right there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. Okay, and so this is what the top of the eye is looking like. I am going to also grab this shade right over here. And this is my Refer number 2 brush, and I'm going to make it my inner corner highlighter. So I'm just going to add it to my inner corner and blend it into the eye look a little bit. Just pat, pat, pat it right here on that inner corner, and then blend it up and in. I thought I was done, but I think I want to add even more depth. So I'm going to grab this shade right here with the number 14 brush from Refer. Just tap it on the outermost corner of the eye right there to make things just a little bit darker. Okay, so now I'm done. Let me do the under eye, and I'm going to start with this darkest color that I used right here, and I'm going to put it right underneath my lower lash line. And then with my Refer number 14 and the green shade, we're going to blend that down, pull it back right here at the end. Alright, and this is, I think, the look that I'm staying with. I really wanted to combine the palettes more than I did, but the palettes have very different color stories to them, and so it wasn't easy. Once I started with like a green shade, I just had to stick with it. I couldn't go back and then put a purple over it. I didn't think that would look nice. So I mostly use this one, but I also did use one shade from this palette and one shade from this one. Like I said at the beginning of the video though, I will be doing 2 looks with each palette in upcoming videos, so you will definitely get to see looks with all 3 palettes. Now if you have a green eyeliner, this is the moment to pull it out and use it. So I'm going to use this one here from Lancôme, and I am going to put it in the waterline of my eye. I'm going to go ahead and finish this eye look, and I'll be right back to tell you guys my final thoughts on this collection and which palettes I think are best and you should go for. I'm back, and I went ahead and put on some mascara and some magnetic lashes, and I'm going to do my lips. So this is the Patrick Ta lip liner in Cheese Humble. And then I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Nude Venus lipstick, which I love. I'm obsessed with it. It is so good. For blush, I'm going to use my Rose d'Oro by Milani. I had bronzer on and all of that, but I didn't have blush or lipstick or highlighter. And for highlighter, I'm going to use Moon Glow from Bobbi. I feel like this one's perfect for this eye look. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm truly done with this video. So let me tell you what I think about this whole collection. Is it good? Yes, it is. It is not like the pastel collection. That was a total fail. These are good formulas, sort of like the formulas from the nude collection last year, or similar to the formulas in the Mercury Retrograde palette that she has. These are awesome. So now that we've established that the formulas are good, let me tell you about the palettes one by one, and we'll start with the Sand Haze palette right here. Granted, I did not do looks with this palette today or anything like that. Again, all those videos will be coming, but as far as a first impressions, opinions, just everything about this palette, I feel like we already have this. These are shades that she's come out with in the past. These are shades that we have over and over again in a lot of our palettes. I don't think that this is anything special. Is it a beautiful, natural looking palette? Yes. If you don't have any shades like these, do I recommend it? Yes. But I just personally don't feel like this palette is anything innovative. Again, I don't know what your collection looks like. This might be the first palette you ever get, and if you're looking for a nice nude palette and you want to start with a 9 shade palette by Huda, then absolutely go for it. But if you've been into makeup for a while now, you probably already have these shades somewhere in your collection. So with that said, this is definitely the least exciting palette to me. If you have any of the Nude Obsessions palettes from last year, then you probably already have this Sand Haze palette somewhere in these, because again, there are a lot of shades that are so similar. Next, let's get into the Purple Haze palette, and this one is definitely different enough that I totally recommend that you get it if you are into purple shades. The most impressive thing about this palette to me was how pigmented the shades were and how beautiful the shimmers are. This matte purple right here is so creamy, so beautiful, so pigmented. I love shades like these. Look at how nice these shimmer shades are. Full of pigment right away, and they're very reflecting. They have micro little tiny glitters mixed in the formula, and they really show up incredibly. Trust me, the camera does not do this one justice. I also feel like this one is different enough from the rest of her collection, so if you are into purples and you like the Huda formula, then definitely go for this one. I do recommend it, and I just cannot wait to play with this one. And then last but definitely not least, we have the Khaki palette, which is the one that I mostly use for my eye look today, and I love it. Again, these shades have that incredible reflective capability, that super beautiful micro glitter in them, and I love how pigmented and just shiny they are. The mattes in this palette are incredible. If you like khaki colors like this one, 100% go for it. These shadows are going to look stunning on a lot of different eye looks, especially brown, hazel, green eyes. These shades are going to look so good. And I also cannot wait to continue to play with this one. 100% I recommend it. So from this collection, I do definitely recommend that if you're into these color stories of these two palettes right here, you have to get them. They're $29. They don't break the bank. Really beautiful palettes that you can use for so many occasions. I am obsessed. I love them. With all of that said, I believe we've gotten to the end of this video. Please let me know your thoughts on the collection down in the comment section below. Remember to comment which of these 3 palettes you are the most excited about, and that way I can work on that video first. I will be doing 2 looks per palette in future videos coming up. Also, it would mean a lot to me if you guys participated on the giveaway, so make sure you follow me on Instagram and tag a friend on any of my posts, and just doing that qualifies you to win this whole collection. So please go ahead and support me over on IG and sign up for the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe before you leave. Ring the bell so that you get notified every time that I upload, and so that you can see when I upload the individual videos on these palettes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Be kind to yourself and others, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!